almost now. And he still improves.
He has. He still continues to improve, and an interesting factor here, for starters, RPG are the ones taking us to Infernal Shrines, but he used to be a Stitches guy. Stitches, though, has just not been that useful these days, so we haven't seen it, but his Muradin is just gorgeous.
That is true. He is the man for the big guys. Muradin, well, you know, Muradin in our hearts is a big guy, but...
Yeah.
All right. Game
also,
number
I
2.
still really want one of those RPG shirts. They're really cool.
Yeah, I just want more merchandise of those Chinese teams in general. Like, I wouldn't mind a CE shirt, you know, the black on black, loving it.
Yeah, just give me a place I can buy them and I'll pay for them. Just more all the HGC teams. The ones that I know a load of them already sell their own stuff. Like, I already own a couple things from a couple of the teams. Which is why I was very happy when Roll20 picked up the Zealots, because I could wear my Roll20 shirt again.
Right. Hey, which reminds me, do we want to, for the playoffs next week, do we want to wear some of the HGC apparel? I got my Tempest shirt here.
Ooh, I don't know what I have. I have a Fnatic thing and I have a Roll20 thing. I think that's. I have a load of wristbands.
I probably won't be able to wear HGC related stuff all 3 days in a row.
Oh, I have an HGC shirt. Yeah, I can manage it.
All right, okay. Oh man, now I need to do laundry again. Damn it.
Yeah, so do I. Don't worry. So we start off with the draft. We have Alex Straza jumping in here for RPG, but they gave over Deckard. We've seen this draft just go so poorly so many times.
Yeah, all right. Let's see what SPT can do here. Look at Soap there, by the way, in the bottom right corner of your screens. He doesn't look happy. And we have said this before about KT, but we can also say this about SPT. They are a team that is a little susceptible to tilt. If the first game if a series doesn't go well for them, they tend to get very vocal. Can be a good thing to really rally the morale and, you know, get your men back in the fight. But it can also sometimes be detrimental and really cripple your performance as a team.
And so, with Hammer on the board, how do you want to deal with this RPG? Will we see the return of that Nazebo? Leoric comes in first. Muradin hiding the last pick. All right.
Hiding the DSL pick, most importantly, so they leave them in the dark for a little bit longer. They showed the Leoric, which is a perfectly fine pick here against Blaze. We've said this many times before. You know, massive hitbox on Blaze. Almost no escaping tools once the Drain Hope connects. If Blaze uses a jet propulsion every single time Drain Hope lands on you, that is usually a good trade for the Leoric.
Usually indeed. So, with the Sonya coming in once again, a classic coming in here for SPT. Will it work out? See how well Soap can do with this. Oh, actually, wait, that's 2 melees. Which one's Soap playing? Let me see on the Sonya if I had to guess.
Honestly, I don't even know, man, at this point. It doesn't look like an SPT draft. And I don't even know where this triple warrior is going to. And the Vala comes in for DSL. He did it again.
Oh,
yes!
Bad. It's not a great hammer counter, but I still believe. I've got to believe. I'm excited. I am very excited as we... The Vala 100% win rate. What can you really say about that? Against double melee? I mean, freaking auto attack build, just get that decor in there, but no. Multi-shot build, going to be pretty incredible here on the objective with so many melees to batter into. As long as you don't get jumped on, this might work out for them.
And of course, DSL, he knows his former teammates very, very well. He used to play with them for the longest time in his professional career, back when they were at their peak, when SPT was actually a name to be respected in the international scene, back when China was doing better than they are doing right now. So once again, the clash of former teammates is about to happen. Tetcher, who are you leaning more forward to? Is it the heavy front line of SPT or the comfort zone of RPG with that Vala in the mix?
I mean, if it wasn't for Deckard versus Alex Straza, I'd go for RPG because I just I like the comfort picks. But it's Deckard versus Alex Straza, and I refuse to vote for the Alex Straza in that matchup. So I'm going to vote for SPT for this one and predict this will be a 2-0, but I'm excited to be proved wrong.
All right. Let's see which team is going to reign supreme. On the left-hand side in the blues, we see RPG. The rocket-propelled grenades are fueled by Free Show, MJ, Pa, C, and DSL.
And on the right-hand side, SPT with Lucky, Melody C, Misaka, Soap, and ZZH.
I'm actually going to bet against you here, Tetra. I really don't like the team composition of SPT. I think they're too melee heavy, they're too predictable, and most importantly... Oh, wait a minute. Did you see... I was looking away for a second there. Who plays Sonya?
Nope, I was also looking away for a second. We'll find out in 3, 2, 1. It is going to be Soap.
Okay. So Melody C is on that Blaze, if I saw that correctly, which is very interesting. Melody C, usually the ranged carry or ranged assassin here, now playing the offlaner. So just like CE before, they made some spontaneous role swaps on the fly. And look at RPG, man. They're not asking twice to basically utilize that opening that they found in the top lane. Taking down a tower already. C might walk into a trap here. Oof, close one. Just barely dodges the follow-up stun by Anubarak.
And so with that, no first blood for the moment. As Lucky cleans out the minion waves nice and quickly, with Sonya currently holding bot lane, is going to back up because Leoric was rotating, and she didn't know whether Leoric was bringing friends. The answer is yes, Leoric was bringing friends, and as such, Sonya rotates to her team, see if they can get a quick lane clear and maybe a quick gank. They're unable to get the gank, but the lane clear is nice and speedy.
Yep, and although Vala is by no means a part of the current meta because of her many weaknesses, and most importantly burst damage and range and squishiness, I think when DSL plays that hero, the Vala gets a little bit of its former magic back, you know, its former glory, because his stutter stepping micro, his target prioritization is almost second to none, at least in China. So I really want to see what this Vala can do. It was already picked first. You know, I think it was last week when we saw it pop up for the first time, and it won them pretty spectacularly. Now C thinks twice about maybe invading this, decides against it.
Button is dropped, heals up C and MJ as the pressure continues to be added. Free Show almost getting the tower, not going to overcommit, very patient here. Backs up, he can get the tower later.
That it is. Now, the worst thing you could possibly do if you're RPG is give SPT an early game lead, because with scaling advantages from, you know, having a higher level by 2 or 3 levels, those warriors could be nigh unkillable here. And also, you need the momentum. You need Vala to actually stack up the damage nicely. Now, Free Show hiding in the bush, avoiding taking unnecessary damage. The Drain Hope is good. 50 armor. Lyric doesn't really care about that with his percentage damage.
DSL, good tackle by Blaze, and DSL gets the Volt out. Quick heal by Alexstrasza, who is pretty much sacrificing herself here. C with the attempted slow last auto attack from Melody C, and Anubarak able to finish the job. Everyone else able to escape. I'm pretty sure a Beetle actually got the kill there.
Gotta give some love to the Beetles every now and then. But yeah, great escape. You could see that although the you know, the downsides of Vala that we just mentioned, one of her strengths is still movement speed. And, you know, sometimes she can kite and escape situations that many other ranged assassins couldn't have escaped from. Also, I wanted to highlight that despite being surrounded and in a pinch, MJ did not panic and did not use Dragon Queen. I think a lot of other players maybe would have done it just to keep themselves alive, but he's saving it for that Shrine fight, which is a really nice cooldown management move by him.
It is indeed. It's a risky one. See, having to back up. Speaking of risky, there's that Dragon Queen as they come forward, looking for the control of the Shrine. 13 to 15 currently in favor of SPT. Now it evens out as RPG move forward, making the most of their situation. Is the multi-shot Valor builder. She drops the damage onto Melody C. Good win buffet. C once again being kept alive, but the Dragon Queen has expired, and they didn't even force SPT off the point, but that was to SPT's detriment, and the double kill is picked up.
Yeah, 28 to 21 without 2 of their 3 frontliners. I don't think SPT can hope to achieve anything. And we mentioned the importance of Dragon Queen, and you could see it right there in that fight. MJ with golden heals and perfect timing as well. He popped it exactly then when Murden was brought low, and he realized, you know what? If we lose our main tank, or just almost as bad if Murden is forced to go back, we give SPT enough time to actually get such a lead in skeletons that we can come back from. So he popped the Dragon Queen, used that superior healing on C so he could stay in the fight and pave the way for all those kills.
Punisher wrecks the front wall with the help of RPG. Both towers down. 4 takes a little bit of damage, and the Fountain loses its shield. DSL goes potentially too far forward, but those zoning Frost Novas enough to allow DSL to finish off the Fountain and back up. And that was a, considering, pretty effective early Punisher.
Absolutely true. And I mean, not just in terms of structural damage that was inflicted in the middle by RPG, but also in terms of them, you know, securing mercenary camps, being all over the map, trying to get as much value as humanly possible. And that's something that we haven't really seen by them in that previous years against the A-team, where they just get outplayed over and over again. Stun chain is real, but the healings is better.
They tank through it, looking for C. C leaps away. And Alexstrasza once again with the save. Soap is showing why he used to be so feared on this hero and just dominates Leoric in lane, even with the Great Hope landing. As we do see that poisoned spear coming in for Sonya. All about that damage today.
Yeah, they're trying to really, you know, burst a single target down with that Sonya. More burst damage coming in with a poison spear, as you said. Ideally, of course, they're going to land it on Vala, maybe even only Alexstrasza sometimes, or Phoenix, depending on who's more, you know, ready for the taking. Alexstrasza, though, plays pretty well. MJ, we give him so much praise, and I think it's well justified up to this point. Paz waiting for that spear.
Is
teleport.
Almost certainly dead. Oh, nice. No burrow charge. I guess it was already used.
Yeah, it was already used. So many of those crowd control abilities were used first. So Pa with a perfect patient play there, escaping just when he needed to.
Nice alliteration right then. Perfect patient play. As we see Leoric taken out. Nice and easy. Quick gank by SPT. Their triple melee. Their double bruiser tank.
Yeah.
Able to pick up the kill there.
Yeah, you know, that was their second kill in this game, and look how patient Pa is playing this once again. He realized, you know what, we just lost our buddy Leoric in the middle, so where could they be coming next to, I wonder? Probably me in the top lane, so I better hide behind my towers and only show again when I have good vision on them. And they have vision right now in the middle because of minions. And that's why Pa also leaves the base a little more aggressively now. Yeah, might have overdone it, though. Look at that.
Oh no, Pa, not again! Oh, he's baiting with vision, you cheeky boy! They get the stuns though! Isn't it enough? He's trying to make it good body blocks, but the attempt was pretty cool.
Yeah, he made the best attempt, I fully agree. He used his teleport out of vision, so Blaze didn't immediately see where he was going to. That counter value here, by the way, minus 75% healing. Alexstrasza is completely trapped, and she is going to fall. Cleansing Flame to safety, yo. Never mind, the queen lives.
Keeping DSL alive. C needs some help as well. Couple heals being dropped there. Lands and a quick abundance because the Q will do nothing. Abundance doesn't even land because Murder just has to run in. But everyone gets out once again.
Nice.
And RPG, they are going to fall behind on the objective, but they are alive. They are a level ahead. That we are in the observer camera as we move back in.
Ready.
And they're going to move in. That we have learned that. Thank you, observer.
Yeah, really, really on point here, on fleek, our observer, giving us additional information, much appreciated. So, both teams are kind of battle ready. I mean, we don't have Cleansing Flame for Alexstrasza, we don't have Avatar for Murden, so they need to play this a little carefully. So does Misaka, though. He's a squishy beetle against Vala, and he's going to take a lot of damage.
Salvo, bunker, denial. Leoric now is a little bit too far forward, has to back up. He's a spear to the face. But look at those health bars, pretty low. And the Dragon Queen, 30 to 18 right now. DSL gets engaged on, but that just results in the pure detonation of a Nubarak. The immediate turnaround when he tries to dive forward. And RPG takes another Punisher.
I don't know how many hits to the face Misaka has to take on that Anubrak until he learns to not reinitiate when he's already down on 20% HP. Against Phoenix, against Vala, these are still heavy-hitting auto attackers. And guess what Anubrak's greatest weakness is? It is hard-hitting auto attacks. So that was a little bit questionable here. I think his plan was that he was trying to bait the attention onto him, well aware of the fact that he would die, but that his teammates might have then been able to clean house here. As it is.
Drop the leap, drop the BFG, but it did not work.
Yeah, his teammates definitely weren't on the same page here. Here comes the reinitiation onto Pa. He gets melted by the BFG.
Well, that's what they were hoping would happen the first time, but in this case, they finally pull it off. And as such, Punisher will be cleared out after only doing some damage to the front wall. Leoric, though, will grab a fort in the top lane for this, so overall value is gained.
And that was all she wrote there, basically. RPG didn't even try to go for a strong fight there. They didn't even try to siege up for the keep because they realized, you know what, it's a 4 versus 5 situation, so they certainly hadn't planned on losing Pa, right? That is always a casualty that is unfortunate, but still. What do you trade? A fort for a hero? A little bit of damage as well on through those towers in the bottom. That's well worth it in my opinion. So RPG is still coming out on top of that trade.
I would agree. I believe it is worth it. As Soap finishes off the mercenaries in top lane, gets some pressure going up there because, well, everything's dead. So they need to actually outpush the lanes so that they don't get pushed in on when the next Punisher happens. And also, if they can get that Fallen Shaman camp to do something up in top lane, maybe weaken the top lane, kill the Fountain perhaps, then their next fight over the next objective is going to be a lot easier.
What I really like from RPG in this game is that one of the warriors is always, you know, trying to grant at least a little bit of vision because they realize the strongest weapon that SPT has is an element of surprise in which they jump on someone with 3 stunning sources, Blaze, Anubrak, and Sonya, and they just blow someone up to pieces. So how do you prevent that? Well, you have someone scouting the bushes, trying to prevent face checking, trying to prevent these surprise attacks just in time. And that's exactly what we've been talking about. They find C in the open, they jump on him, they use a lot of cooldowns here to blow him up. But once again, C, kudos to him, not panicking, not using Avatar, realizing there was no way he could have made it out alive.
That was effective. Very nicely done as they move up. It's a long cooldown burst combo, but they didn't even use Leap this time.
True.
They were just able to hold that, be very patient with it. Yeah, only the BFG. As they now send Sonya down to bot lane to clean up those Impalers. Fallen Shaman camp of RPG getting cleaned up nice and quickly as Lucky creeps forward.
That he does. Slowly but steadily, he's trying to get that damage in. Now DSL finds him out here. Leoric with a surprise flank from behind. March of the Black King. Are they going to be able to lock someone down eventually? No, they're not.
Leoric remounted up, is going to go soak some mid lane a little bit himself. And overall, Sonya cleaning out some more mercenaries as well. Wants more push potential. SPT, they're still behind the experience, but if they can get the blow up again onto C, then that would be a disaster. Dwarf just interrupted, but he still gets the armor. And the quick heal from Alex Strauss will allow him to turn around. Misaka dropping low. Bunker is down though. Where's the follow-up? Leoric, he's in position, but Misaka has already escaped.
Look at the patience, Tetra. Look at the patience on C. Yet again, no Avatar use because he realized we need those heroic abilities for that Shrine fight. We need the Dragon Queen, we need the Avatar, we need Phoenix!
Oh my god, pure domination. Cocooning the Alex Strauss, so there was no healing too. Now C is in danger. Once again being patient enough to hold the Avatar. Cleansing Flame is available. Valor Heroic is on cooldown, but Phoenix himself is on cooldown, being dead and all.
Yeah, and I love the play by SPT here up to this point. They're leaving 4 members in the middle, trying to get some additional value on the structures, and only Sonya up to this point, who's a great shrine clearer herself, has made it all the way to the top here. Now, DSL probably didn't see Melody C creeping in the shadows here, but Freeshaw already on his way to steal away as many skeletons as he can. He does have the Wraith Walk. If you use that in time, nope, he's probably not going to make it.
Yeah, he's super dead. Should have didn't have enough vision and stayed a little bit too long. Greedy play, but he will revive. He has his team has 16. Phoenix is alive and on the way back. He will revive quicker than his opponent. Moving in, stun, moving in. The Lornado might be enough, and a quick knockback from Hammer with the Cocoon on Phoenix. That means that Alex Strauss is going to be able to drop the healing with that Cleansing Flame, using that pre the Dragon Queen. I don't mind that usage here. Freeshow's still not back yet, though.
Yeah, the Dragon Queen will be uncontested by the Cocoon right now, which is a great trade. And here it goes. Leoric comes back. The anti-healing is strong, though.
Nominous Wraith is good. The slow march of the Black King. Salvo right into the bunker. Clutch plays by Hammer to move into that position. But with the Dragon Queen healing everyone up, the BFG does some good damage as DSL micros backwards with the first kill. Being onto Hammer. MJ also survives? Maybe? He abundances.
Oh, he didn't survive!
He did not survive. Abundance did not land in time. And ZZH is getting a great Lornado, but Phoenix is waiting on the other side. And as such, triple kill for RPG in exchange for just Alex Strasser.
And in excruciating pain, the dragon goes down when the salvation was so close with that healing fountain.
It's like clawing his way towards the oasis in the desert. He's just so thirsty. I just need one drink.
Sonya's spear stuck in a very painful body part there, I think. Alex Strasser couldn't really stick it out, couldn't really get it out in time. And heal it, that poisonous spear, man. How cruel.
How cruel indeed. And as such, Alex Strasser, though, She gave her life to keep Valor alive and allow Valor to kill off Sonya. So in this case, once again, RPG will take the objective. They're delaying it, grabbing Mercs across the map. 39 to 29.
They can even go for the bottom.
To weaken down one of these. They finish it off. They don't go for bot. They all want to rotate up and help push with this.
Which is fine. You know, you can only stall it out for so long. Uh-oh, look at Soap. He has a score to settle with MJ yet again, locking down the dragon. And I think MJ might actually fall here as well. No more self-healing.
DSL is just getting close in on the triple melee. He's chasing him down, but Frost Shot's pretty effective here. It's still going to be enough to finish off Phoenix, and SPT put on a dominant engage there, able to pick up a double kill, but will they survive as DSL turning it round? Melody C dropping low, instead it's going to be Free Show who dies. The turnaround attempt makes it a quadra kill instead. Sorry,
they don't want to let them portal back. They don't want to let them portal back
aren't
because they realize that Punisher is already dealing terrible, terrible damage onto the top lane here. If only that had been an arcane one, I think the damage would have actually been even more. But even as it is, I'm not sure if that keep is going to survive here. It all depends on how much distracted the Punisher is going to get. Yeah, I think that keep is safe for now.
Yep, Sonya being very sensible, clearing the minion waves first, so that there will be less damage onto the buildings. Lucky being forced to back up, Free Show chasing down, but he's not going to be able to get enough. Misaka, look at that positioning. He's ready for a turnaround.
Yep, they go on
Dives
DSL.
onto DSL. Beautiful route. Where's the Emerald Cube? Not available. Cleansing Flame tried to be used, but it was too late. As Free Show comes in, getting a March of the Black King. Interesting angle. Trying to buy some time for Muradin to escape. It's once again the double stun, anti-heal, BFG, and escape this time.
But you know what? The Ominous Wraith hit 3 members who were all chasing down C, so it really crippled their damage quite a bit here. Unfortunately, the Cleansing Flame came, the Dragon Queen came a little too late there to save DSL still. So Vala, for the first time after a long while, is finally going to fall here. And SPT, they were behind 2 levels, Tetcher. They're clawing their way back into this, now even taking a small lead. And look how close that was with the top keep, almost falling.
It's pretty low at this point, but Leoric is going to try and make it so low it doesn't exist. However, Melody C already up here to clear the lane, so that will be avoided.
Is he enough, though? Can Melody stop him?
He's going to try. Okay, it's a wave day, so Leoric's just going to rush it. March is the keep. That is awesome. Whack it. Cleave. He's going to die, but I think that's worth. That's great. I love that.
100% worth it.
Kicking a keep.
I mean, he donated the level 20 to his opponents in the process, but you know what? RPG is so close to getting the Storm tier talents themselves. I think that everlasting damage now in the top lane was well worth it. Well backdoored by Leorki.
Yeah, I love it. As we see the level 20s coming in, we have the bottomless flasks, the ignore pain coming in, the extra attack speed for Sergeant Hammer, the ability I don't know the name of. We see the rewind for a Nubarak, upgraded bunker, but now here's 20 for the other side. Farflight Quiver, good luck engaging onto Valor now. We have the emergency protocol, the indomitable spirit for Phoenix, the death march for the Leoric, the blessings of the red for Alex Draza. Needs to start spamming that ASAP, and Muradin is holding. Nope, upgraded avatar.
And you know what? I'm loving everything about this late game now for RPG. As you mentioned, Blessing of the Red is so important to keep those squishies alive. You know, put it on Phoenix, put it on Vala, and these members are going to be a little bit hard to kill now for the combined aggression of SPT. And also, just to keep Vala alive herself a little bit more, the Farflight Quiver, as you said, provides her with additional auto attack range, which is so important. DSL is now going to be a true menace to lock down. Unless he's out of position, unless he gets caught from a surprise angle, I think it's going to be nigh impossible for SPT to accomplish that.
And even C is much harder to kill now. Unstoppable Force, it doesn't reduce CC anymore like it used to, which would have been great in this situation, but he gains 20 armor, and his basic attacks reduce the cooldown of Thunderclap, aka healing static, and Dwarf Toss, aka more armor. He is a lot harder to kill now.
Yeah, it's going to be the ultimate defensive Muradin, if you will.
Oh, man.
Here we go. That could be an important team fight. If this Immortal goes through, this Punisher, this might be a potential game ender for SPT.
DSL needs to stay out that freaking scroll of ceiling and the oil.
So much damage, isn't it?
It is 13 to 13. Both teams fighting. It's RPG just fighting right up against this wall, trying to avoid the Sergeant Hammer as that damage rains in. Ominous Spray trying to dissuade them. Tar takes a single shot. Multi-shot is good. More slows being applied here. As we see the dive in, C goes deep. March of the Black King with the Death March. Salvo from the other side. Can they do it? Soap takes a lot of damage, but is able to survive this time. Valor's in the cocoon. They need to free the Valor. Lornado on Valor. Leap on Valor, but Alex Straza with the heals. Can they save her? Yes, she can. She rolls backwards. The Soap chases with the Whirlwind. The Rain of Vengeance, but the Poison Spear. And Soap bit off more than he can chew. The Punisher is taken by SPT. Free show dies. Punisher jumps.
They need to run. The Punisher is strong.
Side. C is doing some damage. DSL has to retreat. C has to retreat. MJ is getting chased down. Oil, anti-heal, and kill.
What a turnaround here, unleashing the Punisher against their opponent's SPT after losing Sonya in a very unfortunate duel for her against DSL's Vala. They end up coming out on top here. And now, Sergeant Hammer, still, the most important sieging tool is available to them. Leoric can lower his cooldown on his death a little bit here, but they don't have a support Tetra. They don't have anyone to bring their health bars back up if they end up taking all that damage. And with all that stun available, they need to be super careful. Pull it all the way over. Pull it away from the bottom keep.
They can't afford to get a hit. They turn around onto the return of the Leoric, who gets a good march to the Black King, but with the anti-heal applied, Free Show just gets dropped with the cocoon onto Phoenix. Does he have the teleport? He gets interrupted. Now Phoenix getting focused down. This could be it. Kendrick, Indomitable Spirit, keeps Par alive. He escapes the root. He gets stunned, though. He's getting dropped. He's so low.
Can he make it?
Par, no, a quick kill there. But the Punisher is dropping down in health. Hammer sieges up. They look like they want
here.
DSL drops the damage. He's trying to save the game. Muradin is dropping low. Needs the auto attacks to try and keep himself alive with the healing standing, but he gets dropped down. The DSL, the only survivor of the keep, is actually alive. Here comes MJ with the cleansing flame, keeping him alive. Free Show will be back, and I don't think they can end. There's also 3 catapults pushing into top lane right now. This is all about the delay for RPG as MJ is hovering around the outside. Ominous Wraith just keeping the core alive. Free Show does not get stunned. Now he finally does with the huge damage. He's going to get dropped once again. March of the Black King not doing enough damage. DSL dropping the damage onto Soap, trying to prevent this game from ending as the core commitment has come. As SPT knows they don't end this, then the core will go down. MJ pops the cocoon. DSL needs to put on the defense of his life, but Sonya does too much damage. And SPT take game number 2.
Wow, what a finish there coming in from SPT. Time was against them basically, because if RPG had been able to stall this out any longer, as you said, Tetra, during that awesome last minute of that game, the catapults would have been able to finish the game all by themselves here. And as it is, not even the almost picture perfect Vala pick. It did so much work, but not even the Vala could stall that on.